Hey guys, Dayln here, and welcome to this video. So, it's this time of month again, so I'm going to be doing another BTS podcast video. This time is obviously going to be October 2014. So if you guys have watched my other podcast, you'll know that, I kind of like this format the best out of all the BTS videos I've ever done. So that's what I'm going to just be doing. I'm just going to be talking about the, BTS article that's on the main RuneScape homepage. I will provide the link to that in the description if you want to go and read it for yourself. But I'm just going to be talking about all the kind of projected updates that are going to come out in October and kind of share my views on it and kind of maybe explain it, see if I can explain it a little better than maybe so maybe some more people can understand. So, first thing up in here is Ironman Mode. I think that was actually projected to come out last month, but it just didn't because there was a lot of stuff last month. I mean, I totally understand why they said that why it didn't come out this month. I mean, I get that because there was a lot of stuff last month, so I was kind of expecting something to get pushed back in September. So Ironman Mode obviously was what it was. But it is going to be coming out this month. It's the first update on here, and they've already had a BTS video about it, so I'm pretty sure it'll be the next update. So Ironman Mode, basically what it is if you guys have not seen Ironman video series online, basically what it is you can't trade with people, you can't do multiplayer mini games, you can't use treasure hunter, no loot share, so basically you can't get gifts from anyone, so you're totally self-sufficient, you can't use the GE, there's no trading between players at all, so everything on your account, all your levels, all your skills, all your gear is going to be coming from like drops and doing like herbs, doing your own farming, and all that stuff is just gonna be, you're gonna have to get it. So and all your gold comes from like gold drops, GP drops, and all that stuff. So you can't trade with other people, and it's just all about self-sufficiency. It's supposed to be about efficiency, earning or making everything yourself. It's like if you guys have ever seen from scratch videos, like RuneShark was notable for those. So yeah, that's basically what it is. And now there's just a whole game mode towards it. So I think that's kind of cool, and I think it's good that Jagex is supporting that kind of game mode, I guess, because it's become a big thing. I think it started obviously it started out in RS2 with when people started doing from scratch, because that's basically what it was. But and then it got big in 07, I think, and then it's become somewhat big as well in RS3. So that is an option, and then. So I think and then also there's going to be a hardcore Ironman mode, which basically means permadeath with 2 earnable lives, and then it's game over. So if you die, you lose literally everything. So it's not something that I would ever want to do, because I die a lot, and I don't think that's something that I would want to participate in. But for those people who do want kind of an extra challenge, that would be kind of an added extra little challenge thing. And I think, to be honest, really the only to me benefits that you get is there's a new high score table. So for those of you who really do care about the high scores and your ranks on the high scores, that'll be something that will probably be like inviting to you and you want to do it. So I mean, to me, I don't really plan on playing an Ironman account. I think I'm gonna make one and just check it out and maybe make a few videos about it, but I don't really think I'm gonna play it very much, just because I rely a lot on the GE when I'm doing when I'm playing RS. So I don't think that Ironman would make the game enjoyable for me, but I think for those people who it will, I think it's a really cool option for those players who want to do that and have some fun with it. I could do some from scratch stuff like series and stuff with an Ironman account. I'd have to obviously level everything up myself, but I mean, it could be something fun to do, so I'm pretty sure that'll probably be the first update of this month, but I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. So the next thing up is smarter familiars. So some familiars are getting kind of a rework to them, which it probably really needed, because I mean, to me, summoning familiars are pretty good now, but there always could be tweaks and stuff made to make them better. So what they're basically doing is familiars will now get involved in combat straight away, so you don't have to wait for them for 30 seconds to actually start attacking something, and then they keep fighting until you tell them otherwise, so they'll stay in combat until you tell them to stop, which is cool. They will defend you if you come under attack, but are busy with other things. Can store their own scrolls. Can even be told how frequently to use these scrolls. So, there'll probably be some more coding and stuff involved in, how frequently to use the scrolls. They'll be able to store their own scrolls, which is cool. They'll if you're busy with other things, they will attack monsters that attack you. They're also going to improve summoning helmets. They're going to update the summoning panel and add a give all to the Beast of Burden, which is definitely really cool. It'll speed things up, like when you're gearing up for bossing or whatever, do give all button, or even just like banking stuff, or like storing stuff in a pack yak or a war tortoise or whatever. So that'll be a lot easier. So I think that's a good update. And then there's some other like stuff that they haven't announced yet. So there's going to be other things with the familiars. It's kind of like a small summoning update, but I think maybe it's not small, but it's a summoning update, and I think that it'll help out a lot with it, because I mean, like I said, now familiars are pretty good, but adding in updates to make them better is always welcome, and hopefully it'll go well. So next thing is on the list is drop table rework. So they're going to rework another drop table. There was a poll earlier in the year, and people said they want ghosts and beasts to get better drops. And since it's, October, it's Halloween, ghosts, so they are going to be getting drop tables. They're going to be rebalanced to make them better. High level Slayer targets have been particularly well treated, especially Dark Beasts, which is definitely needed, because Dark Beasts have pretty crappy drops. So when they get their drop table reworked, it'll probably be more worth it to do Dark Beasts already, more than they already are, because even though you don't get a lot of money from Dark Beasts, the experience, especially the Slayer experience, is just really good on them, so it'll make it even more worth it of a task, so that's cool. And then there are also going to be some new Ranger boots scattered across the creatures, and new upgrades for some ghostly tools, but that's going to be something that they're going to announce later, so that's kind of intriguing. I don't know anything really about that, obviously, so that will be something to look forward to in the future. Then, obviously, the Halloween events, that's a yearly thing, so, basically what's going to happen this year, it's free to play and members, so any player can do it. You'll be called back to Death's house to deal with a horde of evil, yet slightly disturbed ghosts who are causing Death all sorts of troubles. Help raise his spirits by strapping on a proto-pack, supercharging it with active ectoplasm, and tracking down these pesky ghosts before they scare you to death. And then you can basically get a new Ghost Hunter outfit, a new title, and the new ability to cremate bones and fires for prayer experience, plus some other things. Your proto packs can be used outside the event, upgradable via the special ghost drops to give you extra benefits and rewards when fighting ghosts elsewhere in RS. So this kind of seems like something is like, just from the sound of it, it seems like it's a reskinned version of some of the other events that they've done, where you have to, go to a guy and then he tells you where, like, it's kind of like demon flash mobs, where he tells you where these things are, and you go do stuff with it, and then you come back and turn in stuff for rewards. Like, that's what it seems like. I don't know what it is, obviously, but that's just what it sounds like when it says you have to strap on a proto-pack, supercharge it with ectoplasm, and then track down ghosts. Like, that just seems like one of those world event type holiday events that they've done. They did one for Easter a couple years ago, I think, and they also did one for Halloween that same year. So it was, or that, like, previous, like, Halloween before the Easter, so. But it was, to me, it was just, like, you couldn't put an effort into doing, like, a really good holiday event, and you just had to reskin something you'd already done. So if that's what this is, it's going to be a little bit disappointing to me. Maybe the rewards, they put a lot of effort into some effort into those, but if the event is literally just a reskin version of a previous Halloween event or Easter event, I'm not going to really respect that, because, it's just, you're not putting any imagination or effort into doing these events. You're just reskinning them, coding in new dialogue, coding in new NPCs, and coding in rewards. But if the idea is the same, like, it gets old, I guess, to me. But like I said, I don't know if that's what it is. That's what it sounds like, but I can't confirm that that's what it is, so I'm not gonna, really pass judgment on it until it comes out. But if that's really what it is, that, to me, that's kind of just laziness. To reskin an old event, that to me is just like, why? You cannot come up with something that's actually unique, but, whatever. So that's kind of my view on the Halloween event. But like I said, I don't have any information about that, so I can't really say that it is going to be like the events we've had in the past or not. It could be something else, and they just worded it like it was, so, like I said, I don't know, so. Anyways, the next thing is Broken Home. It's a Halloween quest, and basically there's not much detail on it because they want to keep it kind of on the down low. They've announced it that it is going to be coming out this month, but there's not much to say about it at this point because they kind of want to keep it a surprise. This is going to be a replayable quest, which is kind of cool. This is the first replayable quest ever, so people can keep making, they can make quest guides, on the quest after they've done it, so they can go through the experience of doing it and then make a quest guide about it. The thing is, like, it grows in difficulty as you try its more fiendish features, so every time you redo it, it gets harder, which is kind of cool. I mean, but this is a novice level quest, members only, no combat. It's puzzle solving, and there's high level content hidden in the rewards, so it's kind of like, it's obviously aimed at lower levels if it's a novice level quest with no combat, but there is high level content in it for those of you who are high levels like I am, like maxed or whatever, so there will be some stuff for you guys in there as well. So basically what they've said in rewards is you get XP rewards that include rings that can help you restore your special attack or adrenaline levels, which is kind of cool. I mean, personally, I don't really care that much about those, but if for people who are serious PVMers where special attack and adrenaline levels is important, that's obviously going to be something that those people are going to go for and find important. And then the ninja update this month is going to be a divination D&D. What it is going to be entering Guthix hidden rune caches and gathering ancient memories for Guthix, used to improve our divination experience and divination related activities. So it's just going to be a D&D, much like the quest. There's not a lot of information about it. It's just kind of one of those things that there'll be more information when they actually release it. But right now there's really not a lot about it. So that's just something that's kind of an up and coming, hey, heads up, this is going to be released in the future. And then obviously, as usual, there's the Solomon Store stuff. There's going to be cool world-draining animation effects, martial art moves, and impling dance. And there's a few Halloween-inspired features for Treasure Hunter. So it's just kind of like the little normal stuff that they do with Solomon Store and Treasure Hunter every month. That's kind of just, to me, negligible to really cover. And then the last thing is just RuneFest 2014. It's going to be on the 11th of October, which I believe is a Saturday. If you guys can't go, there's going to be a Twitch feed during the event, and they'll be live streaming videos all day. So if you can't go to RuneFest, you didn't get tickets or whatever, you can watch it on Twitch. So there's always that. I don't really care for going to like Comic Cons or RuneFest or whatever. It's not really my thing. So I obviously don't have any plans to go, but I think it's cool though, that they're able to have a kind of a convention type thing for RS, just to, you can meet other people who play RuneScape. You can do some cosplay stuff if that's what you're into. You get to, probably meet some pretty well-known RuneScapers, because some of them go to RuneFest, and all that kind of stuff. You get to meet the mods, and so I think that's kind of interesting, and I think it's kind of a cool thing. It's just not really my speed. They've said that there's going to be some special announcements and plenty of juicy information that we'll have in store for this year and next, so make sure you tune in. So, like I said, there's going to be some announcements about content probably coming out this year and next year. So if you can't go, you can tune in on Twitch and watch them and get some more information. I'm going to predict that they're probably going to talk up somewhat about Invention, because obviously Elf City beat out Invention, but since now Elf City is halfway released and the other half is going to be released sometime in November, Invention is really kind of the big update to come next. Like they said, it wasn't like you're voting Elf City over Invention, like the Invention skill will never come into the game. It would. It just was like, which one is going to come first? Which one should we put our development time and priority into? So, and 55% of people said Elf City. So obviously Invention got put on the back burner. But now that Elf City is not all done, but getting closer to being done, and it will be finished, pretty much finished, the big content stuff will be released by the end of the year. Next year is probably going to be the year Invention is going to come out, so that's I'm hoping that that's something they're going to talk about, because I really would like to get some more information about invention. There's really minimal information about it, so I think that's something that would be beneficial to come to the game, or come out into the community, but just some more information about it. I honestly, one of the things I'd like to have a little bit of a projection of how much it might cost, so I can start, saving up for it, because I do want to, obviously I'm going to lose my max cape, and I'd like to get it back as soon as possible, so I'd like to just know how much roughly it'll cost. Obviously, I'm not going to be spending the most money on it, because I don't care to get it first or whatever. I just want to get the 99 and be done with it. So it's obviously going to be expensive for probably the first couple of months. It'll be kind of expensive, but it'll eventually go down, and if I can save up the money to afford it, in the first month or two, that'll be pretty cool. So that's just something that I'd like to get information about. But obviously prices fluctuate all the time, and as soon as people figure out what you're gonna need for invention besides the divination energy, things that are involved are obviously gonna go up and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, that's just kind of something that I hope that they talk about. Anything else at this point, I'm not sure. I mean, I think it would be cool if they talk a little bit about lore, and I've heard a rumor, and I don't think it's true, but I've heard a rumor that the next World Event 3, is going to be Zeros versus Saren. I've heard that. There's no confirmation of that at all, but there was a rumor going around that's what it was. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it could kind of make sense and kind of not, because, technically Saren and Zeros are siblings. But also their worldviews are really different. Zeros kind of was investigating and kind of trying to attack Saren during the God Wars era. And she did not take kindly to that. So, there is a little bit of bad blood between them, especially because Zeros left Ma, and Saren stayed and tried to kind of help her, but eventually she left as well. So there might be a little bit of bad blood because Zeros left Saren alone and that kind of stuff. I don't know, but that's what I've heard a rumor about. But I think it'd be kind of cool if there could be some more of like a hints toward maybe what the next world event, who's going to be involved, because obviously Bandos is gone, Armadale's, been involved in one, Saradomin and Zemarak have been involved in one. It could be possible that they go at it again, but I'm not sure, and I just think that'll be something kind of cool to get some information about. So anyways, that was kind of all of the updates, at least the BTS for October. As usual, these things are projected to come out this month. There's no promises that it will. Obviously, Ironman Mode is going to be coming out for sure, the Halloween event for sure, and probably the Halloween quest for sure. So those are the things I'm 95% sure are going to come out this month. Everything else, I'm pretty sure probably the Smart Familiars and Drop Table reworks will as well. I'm pretty sure you could probably put those in a single update, although I don't know if they're going to. And then the Ninja D&D probably could come out this month as well, so I'm not sure. But, I mean, yeah, it's just is kind of like a little bit of a roadmap, but they sometimes deviate from that. Like, I think they announced Iron Man last month, but it's not actually coming into the game till this month, so. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys like the podcast, since I enjoy doing these, because a lot of people don't read the news posts. They don't know, they don't read the BTS articles, so they don't really know what's coming out this month, and so they're always really surprised when stuff comes out. And I mean, I just like to know what's going to come out in that month, so I can look forward to something, so I can kind of keep motivation to keep playing, because I have motivation to stay and see this update and take part in the content. So that's kind of one of the reasons I really like the BTS posts, because it gives me motivation to keep playing, because there are going to be some good if there are some good updates and stuff. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.